Welcome back to Old and New Mysteries. Today, we're delving deeper into the chilling heart of the Kuchisake-Onna legend itself, stripping away the modern adaptations to explore the core narrative that has terrified Japan for decades. The story of the Kuchisake-Onna, or Slit-Mouthed Woman, is a classic Japanese urban legend that gained significant traction in the late 1970s, causing widespread panic, particularly among children and their parents. While its exact origins are debated, some folklorists suggest it may have roots in older Japanese tales of vengeful spirits or even a distorted memory of a historical figure. However, the version that became a nationwide phenomenon in 1979 is remarkably consistent in its terrifying details. The legend typically begins with the appearance of a woman, often described as strikingly beautiful from a distance, wearing a surgical mask. This mask, common in Japan for preventing the spread of illness, initially seems innocuous. She often appears in the twilight hours, near schools or quiet streets, and approaches her unsuspecting victim, usually a child or young adult. Her first question is deceptively simple. Am I beautiful?
Beautiful.
This is the pivotal moment. The victim's response dictates their fate, and there's no truly safe answer. If the victim responds with no or screams in fear, the Kuchisake-Onna is said to become enraged. She will then reveal her true, horrifying visage. Her mouth is slit from ear to ear, a grotesque, permanent grin. With a weapon, often a pair of large scissors, a scythe, or a knife, she will immediately attack and kill the victim. If the victim, perhaps out of politeness or fear, answers yes, the horror only deepens. The Kuchisake-Onna will then pull down her mask, revealing her disfigured mouth, and ask the chilling follow-up question, How about now? At this point, the options are even more dire. If the victim screams or says no, they will be killed. If they still manage to say yes, or try to flatter her, she will not kill them outright. Instead, she will use her weapon to disfigure their mouth to match her own, leaving them with a permanent, agonizing slit mouth. This fate is often considered worse than death, as the victim is condemned to live with the same horrifying deformity. The legend also includes various methods of escape or evasion, which vary depending on the regional telling. One common tactic is to confuse her with a non-committal or ambiguous answer, such as, "You're average," or "so-so." This is said to buy the victim time to escape while she ponders the unexpected response. Another popular method involves throwing candy or fruit, particularly hard candies like beko-e-ame, a traditional Japanese hard candy, at her feet. The Kuchisake-Onna is said to be distracted by the treat, giving the victim a chance to flee. Some versions suggest that repeating the word pomade 3 times can also deter her, as she reportedly dislikes the smell of hair pomade. The origin story of the Kuchisake-Onna often ties back to a tragic past. She is frequently depicted as the ghost of a woman who was brutally mutilated by her jealous husband. In some versions, she was a beautiful woman who cheated on her samurai husband. In a fit of rage, he attacked her, slicing her mouth from ear to ear and mockingly asking, "Who will think you are beautiful now?" Her spirit, filled with rage and a desire for revenge, now roams, inflicting her pain upon others. The panic surrounding the Kuchisake-Onna in the late 1970s was so intense that schools reportedly sent children home in groups, and police increased patrols in some areas. While the initial fervor eventually subsided, the legend has remained a potent part of Japanese folklore, evolving and adapting, but always retaining its core, terrifying premise. It serves as a cautionary tale, a psychological thriller, and a chilling reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the shadows, even in seemingly ordinary places. Thank you for joining us on Old and New Mysteries. Stay safe, and remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that feel just a little too real. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. Have you seen the Kuchisake-Onna? Let us know in the comments.